Day for baseball on the show. It's the Houston Astros and the Sugarland Space Cowboys. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Starting on the mound in this one, number 34. What do you look for here?
Boog, you don't always know what to expect with this guy on the mound. There are times he's really good, but that's not always the case. For me, I want to see how aggressive he's going to be out there. We'll see it right away if he's pitching with confidence, and if he is, he should be just fine.
Jeremy Pena leading things off and takes a strike. Fouled off down the right side. Here's the 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. Now we check out the Astros lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with two strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
The 1-0. And a big swing and a miss. There's a strike. That one not close. And the count now even up. Drilled out towards left center field. Way back there. It's got a chance. Out of here. A shot to the opposite field. And the Astros jump in front. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
One down. So next up for Houston, Jose Altuve.
That's a ball.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
That one hammered but pulled foul. Swings through that. Strikes him out, went with the sweeper, and it worked.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
2 outs, base is empty. Now a chance for Carlos Correa.
Hey!
The 0-1. Little dribbler up along third. Wickham tosses to first, and Correa retired. And that is the third out of the inning. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's an early 1-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the first, and towing the mound for Houston in this one, Mike Burrows. What do you have on him?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Kevin Biggio up to the plate. And the 1-0.
Hey!
Swung on, popped up on the infield. Pena has a beat on it. 1 away.
Batting second, the designated hitter.
Take a look at the lineup. Already trailing by a run in this one. They'll be looking to get on the scoreboard early on as well.
Well, it's just the one run, so not too big a hill to climb. But, yeah, if they can answer back in this inning or at least in the next couple, that'll maybe settle everyone into this ball game, and that includes their own starter on the mound.
On the inside corner for a strike. Outside low. 1-2 to count. Outside. That one misses. And now it's 3-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. What a stop. Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 22, C.J. Alexander.
2 down, bases empty. C.J. Alexander digs in now. That one pushed to the left and foul. Tap foul at the plate. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. The Astros lead it 1-0. Second inning set to go. And stepping in for the Astros, Christian Walker.
Ball.
Misses the sweeper. Off the plate inside. It's 2-2. Just missed.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
And down on strikes. That K is his third of the game.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
And next to hit for Houston, Yainer Diaz. In the air, right field. 2 down.
Batting seventh, the designated hitter,
Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros.
Nope. Outside.
High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Carrying well. That one opts against the fence. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So next up for Houston, Cam Smith. This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball.
Ball, that's low.
He starts him with the fastball, and that's a pitch that's right in his wheelhouse. You need to be careful against him with that one.
Man at second. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Swing and a miss. Oh, right to the backstop. To third, not in time. He's safe. Paredes up to third on the wild pitch.
He just hasn't had it in this one, been fighting himself out there, and that's just another example of it. We'll see if he can find it at all while he's still out there.
Two outs and a runner at third here at the top of the second. Swings through it for the K. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. Down to the bottom of the second. Astros lead it 1-0.
Off the chain, off the hook. Go to work, baby, cook. Just be great, keep them shook. Make them watch, make them look. Let them know you the one. Still in light like.
Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Taylor Trammell.
The center fielder, Taylor Trammell.
That one finds the zone. Strike one.
That slider breaking in could be a tricky pitch. If you don't finish it and have that bite at the end and it stays out over the plate, it can get hit a long way. But that was a good one right there.
That one fouled off. And a 1-2. Hit weakly on the ground. Correa. And quickly one away in the second.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Shea Whitcomb.
Now the third baseman, Shea Whitcomb. Hey! Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. That's a base hit.
Batting sixth, the
He got that
catcher,
front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
One out man at first. Cesar Salazar getting ready to hit. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball one. In the air to left center. He's got it.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jax Biggers. Whitcomb off of first with 2 away. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And the 0-2. Well struck, deep right field, way back and out of here. The 2-run shot, and they jump ahead in the second. It's 2-1.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
So 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Riley Unroe. Yeah, that's fouled off. Fastball for a strike. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Top half of the third inning, and stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers. Late swing fouled off. Myers patrolling center field, hitting ninth in today's lineup, and his on-base percentage this season is right around .350. And that one hammered. This one's got a chance. And that one hops the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Jeremy Pena now at the plate.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
That catches the corner. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a miss. That's the sweeper. Swings and misses. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. So now with one away and a man at second. Now it's Yordan Alvarez.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Fought off foul. One out and a runner at second. Swing and a pop-up. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Astros, the second baseman,
Jose Altuve up to hit here. Caught looking his first time up.
This guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Man on second, 2 down.
Ball.
That one outside, and it's 2-2.
Looks like he's still trying to find a consistent release point on that curveball. That one just sort of popped out of his hand. No real command and finish to it. It's going to be real important for him to finish that pitch, throw it down in the zone where he wants to, if it's going to be effective for him throughout this game.
And that's the third out. One left for Houston. They're down 2-1. Set for the bottom of the third, leading off number 13.
The right fielder, number 13, Jack Winkler.
Hey!
0-1.
Ball. Down.
Swing, and he breaks his bat. Over to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Got to feel pretty good for the pitcher. Absolutely sawed him off. Bat explodes. And then he makes an easy play on it. Pretty satisfying if you're out there on the ball.
Back to the top of the order now. Now here is Kevin Biggio. Fastball is outside. That's ripped into the outfield. Myers, long run on his horse, reaching for
Now
it and
batting,
brings
the
it
designated
in.
hitter, number 9.
Two outs, base is empty. Next to hit, Zach DeZenzo. He's 0 for 1. That one's in there, 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Spin rate's outstanding on that high fastball. Really tough to hit.
Gonna count 1-2. Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out. The Space Cowboys have the lead 2-1. Start of the fourth, and here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Carlos Correa. Well struck right field. That's back. He hits the wall and hangs on. Great catch.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold on to it after contact.
Walker, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Ball 1.
And there's a foul ball. The Space Cowboys leading by a run, top half of inning number 4. Up and
Ball
in,
2.
now 2-2. Fights it off, he'll see another. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Flips it, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay.
Next to the Astros, the catcher, Yainer Diaz.
Now the catcher up to hit, Yainer Diaz. He's 0 for 1.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Just
nope,
missed.
that's inside.
Swings and misses. 2-2.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Hard liner, and that's got extra bases written all over it. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
He was all over that one. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. Doubled in his first AB. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, and they've tied it. In with a double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
He has had such a good day today. I don't think he's going to want to leave when it's over.
Couple of doubles today for the DH. And now the right fielder, Cam Smith. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
I'm out.
Now he steps out as time is granted.
Hey.
Man at second. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Base hit. Headed for the plate. The throw in. He'll score and the Astros take the lead. 3-2.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
At the plate, Jake Myers doubled his first time up.
Ball. That pitch is out.
The 1-0.
Ball, that's
Just
out.
missed. On the ground to the
Oh,
left.
that's foul.
And it goes just foul. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And it falls. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Number 34 out of the game, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching.
A new arm into the game, the righty, J.P. France. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. So the Houston lineup turns over. And now the shortstop, Jeremy Pena, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Base hit center field. Coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Comes through with the RBI. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
And here comes Yordan Alvarez for a critical at bat. He's already homered here in this one. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. 2 on, 2 outs. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Outside. Ball 2. In the air to left center. Unruh on his way over. He's got it. And that is that. They strike for 3 runs on 5 hits. No errors and a couple left on. On now to the bottom of the 4th. Astros lead this one 4-2. Bottom 4, and here's the first baseman, C.J. Alexander.
The first baseman, C.J. Alexander.
Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 1. And that's too high.
Ball 1.
And now a little barking back towards the umpire. Clearly thought he got that outside corner on what was a pretty big pitch. Sometimes that only makes it worse for you moving forward, but it can also open up that location in the future if the umpire thinks there's a chance that he missed it.
The 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 1-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Oh, that was perfect execution of that curveball. Down and in. He gets it out of the danger zone, and you really can't do it much better than that. It's in the zone the entire way, so you have to swing as a hitter, but then just falls off the table and almost hits you in the back foot.
Now batting Taylor Trammell. Lifted in the air out to left. Alvarez takes it in for the out. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, third baseman, Shea.
Digging in, Shea Whitcomb. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. On the ground right side, and that's just foul. 2 down, nobody on.
Nope, outside.
This one high in the air to left center. Myers on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. The Astros on top here, 4-2. We go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in for the Astros, Jose Altuve. One up, one down.
Sometimes you want to be aggressive early in the at-bat. He was right there. Hard line out. First pitch of the inning. No reward, but, hey, you got to keep swinging it.
Here's Carlos Correa. This one in the air, center field. And there are 2 outs.
Up next for the Astros, the first baseman, number 8, Christian.
And now it's Christian Walker. Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. On the ground. Zips it to first, and the Astros put down in order. The Stros out front here, 4-2. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the catcher to hit, Cesar Salazar.
Cesar Salazar.
Out to short, Pena. Jump throw. And very nicely done for the out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Jeff Bigger.
Now it's the shortstop, Jax Biggers. The Space Cowboys down by a pair, last half of inning number 5. And that one fouled off. The 0-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. The throw to first. Great pick. They get out number 2 on a tough play.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
Now the left fielder, Riley Unroe. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Outside, that's a ball.
Breaking ball, and that got him.
First base.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 13.
Now it's the right fielder. Grounded out back to the pitcher his first time.
That's a ball.
Unroe off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Swings through that one. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. That is the inning. 5 innings complete. Houston leads this one 4-2. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game.
My life is real. So I'm fronting on them every chance I get, to be honest. Wavy hair, mystique, up in this deep chain with some sick feet. Corner of 10th Street, scoop me in the MPV. I'm holding big. Soloist, vocalist, maestro. This fish grease, recipes, polo. He see us, I was just with G, just like Ryan E. Me and Preem, this history. Young ones, abuelas, Jesus candles, bodegas. Always
Leading off, Yainer
for
Diaz.
the Astros, the catcher, Yainer Diaz.
And he chases that one below the zone. Diaz goes 5 feet 11 inches, 27 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. It's in for a strike. Nasty pitch.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Number 15.
And next is the designated hitter, Isaac Paredes. And first offering is fouled off. Tap foul at the plate. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, he used the slow curve very effectively right there. He just spun it up to the plate and had his guy way out front. Not only a good pitch, but a really good job of setting it up.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. J.P. France will depart. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Bennett Sousa.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Smith now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. He makes the grab, and that is that. Nothing doing there for Houston, but they still lead this one 4-2. Bottom of the inning, stepping in. Kevin Biggio.
Well, these guys, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Lined into left center, should be extra bases. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Mike Burrows departs. Pretty good effort, and he exits with a lead. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back.
Now pitching for the
Steven
Astros,
Okert on to pitch here.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
Now here is Zach DeZenzo, and fouled off. The 0-1.
Ball, that's outside.
The Astros holding on to a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Out towards right center field. Myers under this one. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. Tag, but he's in there.
Was able to move the runner up to third on that deep fly to center, but I think this point he wants to get him over and get him in.
So up next, C.J. Alexander. In there at the knees. Alexander thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep both their challenges. Biggio stands at third with one gone in the inning. Swing, and he popped it up. Pena settles underneath it. 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Taylor Trammell.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Taylor Trammell. Late with the swing there.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Comes up empty.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Huge strikeout there. The Astros with the lead 4-2. Top of inning number 7, and stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers.
Myers.
Swings through that.
Ball, that's inside.
And the 2-2. On the ground, right side. And that one finds its way through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Jeremy.
Back to the top of the order, Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros.
Used the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
Hey!
Quick move to first, and
No,
he's back
he's
in
safe.
safely. The 0-1. Fouled off. He was late.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Got him. That's the first out at the top of the 7th.
Man, it's so difficult as a hitter to get on plane with that pitch. It's breaking down and in, and you've got to find a way to match the plane. And if it's nasty like that one, bite at the end, most times you're swinging over the top and walking back to the dugout.
Here's Jordan Alvarez. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, but he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
Chop back up the middle. slings to first in time. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. 0 for 3 in this one.
Altuve.
In the air to left center. Trammell under it. And that'll do it. They get a leadoff single but leave him stranded. 7th inning stretch time. Astros lead it 4-2. Set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the third baseman, Shea Whitcomb.
Third baseman, Shea Whitcomb.
Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. That'll fire up the dugout, and just like that, they're within a run. Here comes the crowd. They're feeling it right now.
There was a fastball down the middle. I don't think the hitter recognized the pitch, but once he did, was quick enough to get it in play with some authority. He got that up and out of here.
Cesar Salazar, the next to hit. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. The Astros trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
And that is out of play. Now one missed. Foul tip. Oh, that got our umpire. And it looks like it got him upstairs. Looking to get the tying run on base. Hit in the air left field. And there's one down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Jack.
So digging in, Jack Biggers. He's already homered in this game. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Fastball for a strike. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him swinging.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Unruh stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. And that's a base hit. So the tying run reaches with 2 away.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Now it's the right fielder. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. And that is the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Back after this on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Tom Cosgrove.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Correa.
Hit on the ground to short. Biggers handles, throws to first. One pitch and one out. So next up for Houston, Christian Walker. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. And that's a check swing at a ball in the dirt. And it's 1-0. Activity in the bullpen. Josh Hader, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Pearson getting loose as well. Now 1-1. Time called. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-2. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for two.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
Yainer Diaz will hit next. 1 for 3. And a swing and a miss. Out towards right center field, heading to the alley. Pulls it in on the run. And that'll do it. One hit in the inning, but no one left. Last half of the 8th coming up. The Astros on top, 4-3. On to the bottom of the 8th.
Now pitching for
Ryan King on to pitch out of the pen here.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
On the ground, right side. Tosses to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Hitter, number 9.
Next is the designated hitter, Zach DeZenzo. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. That one's in there. That is strike 2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The Astros holding on to a 1-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. The 0-2. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, first baseman, CJ.
Now here is C.J. Alexander. That pitch gets the corner, and that is strike 1. Alexander wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. Still 2 challenges left for them. 2 down, nobody on. That one's in there, and the count is 1-1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. So the call stands. Still one challenge left for them. Up the middle. Whips it to first. That's the third out. The Astros on top 4-3. All set to start the ninth in this one. Now here's the Astros designated hitter, Isaac Paredes. Time
Hang on. We got time.
Bounced up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first. In time. Got him.
Up next to the Astros, the right fielder, Cam Smith.
So up next, Cam Smith. And that one fouled off. Here's the 0-1. Chopper right side. Alexander. He'll do it himself. 2 quick outs here in the top of the ninth. Running out of chances to pad the lead. There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Nate Pearson comes on now. He's into the game with the bases empty. Jake Myers up next for the Astros. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the ninth, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
There's the strike. And he grounds one back up the middle, and it's through for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And now, Jeremy Pena. Inside, almost got him. Swings through that one for strike one. Pearson, 29 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017.
Ball, that's out.
Now quick throw to first. Myers dives back in safely. The 2-1. Lined, and that's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Alvarez up to bat next, lays off for a ball.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one fouled off. 2-2.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
2 on, 2 outs. And that is downstairs. And the count's full. Man, that got him square in the mask. Payoff pitch. And they're all loaded up.
That's ball 4.
Up next to the Astros, the second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve steps up in a big spot here.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
The 1-0. And that one fouled off. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Hit on the ground to short. Biggers. The underhand flip, and that's a nice play to end the inning. Astros leave them loaded, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead.
Now pitching for
Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Brian Abreu.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Well, 1-run game. Here's the center fielder, Taylor Trammell. Trammell wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And that one did miss. And the strike is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Fought off foul. Line drive. And there's one away.
Well, off the bat, it looked like they might get that tying run on base, maybe even extra bases. No dice, though. A little unlucky on that one.
Now the third baseman, Shea Whitcomb. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing, you can tie up the ball game. But if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Now fly ball to right center. Smith gets there. He's under it. 2 away.
now batting, catcher Cesar.
So it's their last chance in this one. Cesar Salazar getting ready to hit. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base here in the bottom of the 9th.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Biggers, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1.
Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
And the count 1-2. The Astros trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Got him! And that's the ball game.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
And the final score here, 4-3. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Riding my whip and Rodeo Drive. Shawty, I step like Fredo Bang.